Welcome back, Chelsea fans. Today I will be reflecting on Chelsea's summer transfer window. We will rate the incoming transfers, we will look at the monies, and in the end we will check the full squad which will be competing for Chelsea this season. Let's start from the very beginning. Chelsea entered this transfer window with a £30 million fine for breaking UEFA financial rules. Every year UEFA checks three simple things: how much money comes in from player transfers, from sponsors, from TV rights, from selling shirts, whatever, how much money is spent on incoming players, on other operational costs, and the difference between it, whether it's profit or loss. If the losses are too big, you break the rules. And Chelsea did. Reports say that UEFA didn't accept certain tricks, like selling the women's team or hotels to sister companies as real income. Chelsea's board tried this to balance the books, but UEFA rejected it. On the top of that, we're still without a front-of-shirt sponsor. Sure, the kit looks cleaner, but that's 40 to 60 million that are missing from our pockets. So what does this all mean? Basically, from now on, Chelsea cannot buy whoever they want. They need to sell players first before they bring in new ones and register them for UEFA competitions. Okay, let's talk about the transfers themselves, because despite of this all financial mess, Chelsea has done a great job this window. I'll be ranking every transfer in order, and we'll start with Liam Delap, who is, I think, a position upgrade from Nicholas Jackson. Liam Delap is unfortunate to have sustained the hamstring injury, but I hope he will come back soon and stronger. Next we have Dario Sugo, who is definitely a rotation player, but we already saw that he can fulfill the Moises Caicedo role. And actually what's funny, from the TV transmission you cannot tell whether Dario Sugo or Moises Caicedo is playing right now. Next we will move to Jamie Gittens. I would rather say that he's a rotation player for now, because he definitely loses the competition to Pedro Neto, because Estevao Willian is apparently totally ready for the Premier League, and Jamie Gittens has struggled in the first couple of matches, so he needs adaptation. Next is Estevao Willian, and he's a generational talent actually. I really like how Estevao behaves. He has a lot of energy, he has a good mood, and he translates this everything to the teammates. Joral Hato is next, who I would say is coming in as a rotation player for Marc Guiu. Even though Hato has been Ajax's captain and has played a lot of games, he still needs to adapt to Premier League. Next is Joao Pedro. I think you would agree with me that he's a top talent. Actually, during the Club World Cup, he already paid himself off. Next is Alejandro Garnacho, who I would place into a position upgrade, because we sold Noni Madueke and I'm pretty happy about this. And Alejandro Garnacho, despite of his behavior, vaping and other stuff, he comes in, he's a proven Premier League winger, so I think that Enzo Maresca has a plan for Alejandro, and let's see how it plays out. And last but not least is Buonanotte, who is coming on loan from Brighton, and I would put him into a rotation player position, because he's attacking midfielder that can play on the right, play on the left, so he will give versatility and the depth to our squad. And there also have been a couple of failed transfers, especially Tarek George, whose transfer didn't work out at the very last second of the transfer window. Also, Axel Disasi didn't want to leave Chelsea. He'd better sit and receive his salary doing nothing. And Datro Fofana, his transfer also didn't work out. He was supposed to join Charlton. And last but not least, Raheem Sterling, who returned from Arsenal and didn't manage to find a new club during the whole summer. And he will be training outside Cobham and outside the first team, and he will be receiving his 325 grand a week. If we look a bit closer at the wages that we have previous year compared to the new year, then we have Chilwell, who went to Strasbourg. Then we have offloaded Nkunku, Sancho, Jackson, who will be now receiving money from Bayern Munich. As for Mudryk, he is still banned, and I'm assuming that Chelsea is not paying him that much money that is written in his contract. Also, Dewsbury Hall, Kepa left, Felix, Madueke, Chukwuemeka, Bettinelli, Petrovic, Humphries, Gilchrist, Cassidy. So effectively we are looking at around 30% optimization of our salary sheet. But the main problem still remains. Until Chelsea fix the money problem, they will be thinking about selling first and then getting new players in. And from our standpoint, from Chelsea fans, we should not expect any huge names and any expensive transfers in the upcoming winter window especially. Yeah, so if we look at the team that will be at our disposal, then we can see that we have two full squads and a couple of substitutions. What is important is to see that we still lack people in the center defense because Achampong is not mature enough, and then Badiashile hasn't been playing. I will even put him into reserve to the Levi Colwell because he's injured. As for midfield, then Lavia can also be placed on the bench because he's injured most of the time. But we have Enzo Fernandez Santos at the attacking midfield and Caicedo and Sugo at defensive. Also, we have Cole Palmer when he's not injured, then he will be playing almost every game. And I think Buonanotte has been brought in to cover this attacking midfield spot. Also, João Pedro can switch between number 9 and number 10. So we are good here. On the right wing we have Estevao, who should be starting almost every match. And this means that if Estevao starts, then Neto can start on the left side, but left side is already occupied by Garnacho, Gittens, and Tyrick George. But Tyrick George, as we can see, will be the third choice here. The striker position, then Delap is injured, and Guiu was recalled, and Washington is probably arriving to Chelsea pretty soon as well from his loan at Santos. So Marc Guiu might lead the line because Palmer is injured and Pedro should be playing at number 10. So all in all, let us build the best first team possible, assuming that everyone is fully fit. So here you can see the best starting 11 that you can expect this season. And I think these 11 players will make a good second squad, which will start in any cup games. I mean Carabao Cup, early stages of FA Cup. And the only question is how good do they play together? How good do they match? I'm given an 8 out of 10 for this transfer window. -1 point because we didn't manage to bring in a new centre-back. And second point, I will deduct for not replacing Robert Sanchez because I'm still not sold on him. And which transfer impressed you the most and which brought the most disappointment? Drop a comment below, and as always, if you like such videos, then hit subscribe, hit like, and I see you in the next one. Take care.